As long as God don't cancel me, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. As long as God don't cancel me, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. As long as God don't cancel me. These things, I can do without, but the peace you bring, I can't live without. Cast me not away from your presence. Whatever you do, don't take your spirit away from me. Uh, no matter. As long as God don't cancel me, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. As long as God don't cancel me, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. God don't cancel me, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. As long as God don't cancel me, don't cancel me. Can I say it again? These things, I can do without, but your joy is free. I cannot live without it. Cast me not away from your presence, Lord. Whatever I do, don't take your spirit away. No, yeah. Jesus. As long as God don't cancel me, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. As long as God don't cancel me, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. God don't cancel me, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. As long as God don't cancel me, don't cancel me. Just look to the hills. Yo, where your help come from? Yeah. Hey, just look to the hills. Hey, all my help is coming from the Lord. As long as God don't cancel me, I'm alright. As long as God don't cancel me, I'm alright. As long as God don't cancel me, I'm alright. As long as God don't cancel me, don't cancel me. All right. All right. All right. You ought to tell somebody. You can block me if you want to, but you can't block these blessings. You can even hate me if you want to, but no weapon that's formed against me. Hey, it just won't work, no.
Y'all know. This is Queen Alicia from WKKW Radio, and God, don't cancel me. We always saying that each and every day. God, please don't cancel me. That is by Rudy Currens. And if you don't know how to go get that one, he's on all platforms. So make sure you add that. Do that. Thank you so much for stopping in. This is Queen Alicia from WKKW. But you know what? I'm so thankful that I can edit this out because guess what? I'm not on WKKW radio. This is an edit. Look at my bag. This is chopping it up with Queen Alicia. Thank God. God is good. Ain't he so good? God is so good. Yes, I have someone with me that you guys, for real, y'all want to hear from him. If you don't know Leo Brown, you will know today. But I just need you to do me a favor. and share this broadcast. Please, please, and thank you. Please. Here's Michael Lee with Clap My Way.
Y'all ready to clap? We back. FJ3, AG, and Mike Lee.
So many obstacles were standing in my way, but I never thought it was possible for me to lose my praise. I found I always had a frown, cause I let my problems get me down. But not another day. I'm the head, not the tail, live in heaven, not hell on earth. No weapon that forms against me shall ever prosper. If I speak to the mountain will move to the side. That I'm a child of the Most High, and I finally recognize I got bumps in the road, but I got too far to go, so I'm a pass. I got my stumbling blocks, but I ain't gonna stop, so I'm a pass. I'm breaking the chains, I'm no longer a slave, I'm a glad. I'm letting go of my past, no more holding me back, so I'm a glad. With a praise, y'all. With a praise, y'all. With a praise, y'all. I recall when I felt the weight of all my challenges. Thought that I was moving forward, but I was standing still. Instead of looking to the hills, I was blinded by all my tears. That's what I heard him say. I'm the head, not the tail, live in heaven, not hell on earth. No weapon that forms against me shall ever prosper. If I speak to the mountain will move to the side. That I'm a child of the Most High, and I finally recognize I got bumps in the road, but I got too far to go, so I'm a pass. I got my stumbling blocks, but I ain't gonna stop, so I'm a pass. I'm no longer a slave, I'm a glad. I'm letting go of my past, no more holding me back, so I'm a glad. Oh, I got bumps in the road, I got too far to go, I'm a glad, yeah. I got my stumbling blocks, but I ain't gonna stop, so I'm a glad. I'm breaking the chains, I'm no longer a slave, I'm a glad. I'm letting go of my past, no more holding me back, so I'm a glad. With a praise, y'all. With a praise, y'all. With a praise, y'all. Clap, clap, come on. Through depression, through low self-esteem, suicide has no power over me. I know you can make it, and you will live. You will live. Oh, yeah, yeah. You gonna make it. So clap your way. Clap your way. Don't you give up now. Just clap.
That was Michael Lee with Clap My Way. Y'all know about that one. Y'all know about that one. In a second, we are going to get to my brother, Leo Brown. Yeah, we're going to get to him because he is anticipating talking to you guys. He is like, he ready. He ready. So I just hope that you guys have your paper and you got a notebook because you're going to need that. We need to write things down because that's how we retain what we have. And then that's how we, as artists, also give the knowledge to others as they start. Never forget how you started. This is Lena Bird Miles, and she said, this is my favorite song. This is one of my favorite songs because I said if this is my favorite, somebody going to question me on that. This is Lena Bird Miles with People Gonna Be People. Thanks for listening.
The people gon' people, hey, don't take it personal. Lord, the people gon' people, don't stay mad for too long. The people gon' people. It's all they know. Don't let people change you. Don't change you. Hey, the people gon' people. Don't take it personal. I know the people gon' be people, but don't stay mad for too long. Ooh, the people gon' people. That's all they know. It's all some of them sing. Don't let people and change. Don't you let it change you. Don't let it change. Them make you mad. Don't let it change. Don't you let it change. Steal your glass. Don't let it get you riled up. Don't let it change. Pull you out of your character. Don't let it change. And make you do something that you gon' regret. Don't let it change. Don't you let it change. Don't you let them change you. Don't let it change. Ask God to help them. Don't let it change. Don't try to get your lick back. Don't let it change. Don't you let them. Don't let it change. Don't you let them. Don't let it change. Don't stay mad. Don't let it change. Oh, don't let it change. Don't you let them. Don't let it change. Don't take it personal. Don't let it change. Don't you let it change. Don't let it change. Steal your peace. Don't let it change. Make you pull out a piece. Don't let it change. And then use a piece. Don't let it change. People. That's all they know to do. All they know. Don't let people change you. Don't let them make you mad. Steal your glad. Pull you out of character. Keep on living right. Doing what God wants you to do. Don't let them change you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia. Today, our host is none other than Leo Brown. Leo Brown is a Newark, New Jersey native born in 1967. Never could he imagine that God would utilize his dream to save lives through music. Mr. Leo Brown, president of, did the screen go black? Thank God for video. Oh my God. There we go. Let's do this again, y'all. Sorry, bear with me. This is a podcast. Here we go again. Today on Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia, we have none other than Leo Brown of Beacon of Light Gospel Radio Station. He is a Newark, New Jersey native born in 1967. Never could he imagine that God would utilize his dream to save lives through music. Mr. Leo Brown, president of Beacon of Light Radio Gospel Radio Station, became the vehicle for God's wonderful deeds. Mr. Brown, DJ Leo, as he is known in certain circles, and Leo to family and friends, grew up listening to Aretha Franklin, Andre Crouch, Shirley Caesar, Al Green, the Clark Sisters, and many other artists that graced us with their talents through radio. The initial seed was implanted into his heart at a young age. However, his relationship with God occurs later in life. Leo, as a teenager, was a go-getter. He hustled and he worked to become self-sufficient in his community in New Jersey, as well as New York City. Leo was able to see the changes that occurred in the music industry and was inspired by DJs such as DJ Frankie Crocker and Cool DJ Red Alert, to name a few. He serviced his communities with his mixing talent as a DJ and wonderful choices in music to engage the crowd. This is where his journey in the entertainment began. And this is where the love of his ministry began. Leo, as a teenager, was a go-getter. He hustled and worked to become self-sufficient in his community in New Jersey, as well as New York City. Leo was able to see the changes that occurred in the music industry and was inspired by DJs such as DJ Frankie Crocker and Cool DJ Red Alert, to name a few. He serviced these communities with his mixing talent as a DJ and wonderful choices in music to engage the crowd. This is where his journey in entertainment began, and this is where the love for music continued to flourish and it grew. The journey wasn't easy. Leo knew that he had to be well rounded in his skills, and there would be a lot to learn. In school, Leo was into sports, basketball, and tennis. Through his sports, he learned discipline, stamina, and to keep in shape. He chose to study communications in college. However, during all of these life changes, he kept a full time job. This walk has placed him in the retail magazine and finally entertainment industry. In May 2015, Leo was allowed to expand his DJs as DJ and the station manager at Fani Radio. His work in his show, The Lion's Den Gospel Radio Show, has won Leo in the 2017 Spin Award winner, Best Late Show, the 2017 Spin Award finalist for Best New Station, Best Internet Radio Personality of the Year, and the 2018 Spin Award winner for Best Grinder. The job wasn't the only change in Leo's life. Leo entered the, Leo entered the military life, which held him to live in California. You know what? Here is none other than my brother from Clearly Another Mother, Leo Brown.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening, Leash?
Thank God for editing, because when I went to pull it down, look, I'm gonna be real. Like, they know I'm always real. I'm gonna tell you what it is and how it is. I go, and next thing I know, I'm reading your bio, and then the part that slides down, it went all the way down.
It's all good. I will reiterate some of this stuff so we can fill this hour up and let people know the real Leo the Lion here.
Right. Right, because I'm excited. I'm excited about having you here. Thank you so much for accepting the offer. Sometimes it's better for me to do invitations at the last minute, because you
Yeah.
just don't know how God's gonna lead. And when you was on live with me on Sunday, I'm like, wait a minute here, because as we go into everything, right?
hmm
As we go into everything, you and I both understand that we're not in this for ourselves,
Mm-mm.
right?
Mm-mm.
We are in this because of the gospel artist. Okay. That's why we're in this.
That is correct. That is correct. It's
Um,
important because basically I came from a secular background in radio, in hip hop, and R&B and everything. And when I gave my life to Christ in 2000, I basically was all in for Christ, and I saw how people as artists were not being able to be played, even though they had great music. I was like, hold up, why is this person not getting played? And I figured out why, and it's because major radio doesn't play independent artists like they should. But I understood that too, so that's why I created my platform, Beacon of Light Gospel Radio Station. So what I do is definitely for independent artists and to make sure great music, great content, great ministry goes forth.
yeah. How long have you been doing this?
Well, the journey goes back some time ago, but as far as gospel radio, um, 2000, 2000. But playing music, I've been a music connoisseur, music lover for as long as I can remember. Like you said in your intro, I listen to so much music. I just sometimes when I'm walking down the street, I'm just beatboxing or humming certain tunes in my head because music is so ingrained into my DNA. So I would say when I really took this serious, I would say in high school, back in like 82, 83.
Right. What do you say has changed?
Um, Music has changed because of a couple of things. Nowadays, you can't go to a record store. There's no record stores, and then basically, music appreciation is not there either. So, we used to really appreciate artists when they came out with music. I don't know if you know this. Back in the day, you would know that the new Michael Jackson video would come on, and you had to get home to see the video. You had to see the Thriller video. You had to see the Beat It. I see, I'm dating myself. You had to see. You had to see.
I'm not saying anything. I'm
these
just like,
videos on MTV in order to see it for the first time. So it's like it was a form of anticipation of the music, because you like your favorite artist, you want to see everything at its fullest and its richest at that time. So I think the appreciation is not there for music, and it's just like nowadays it's just like another thing. It's just part of the pop culture, so to speak.
so I'm gonna jump right in because I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
What do you think it was that made Michael Jackson who he was
Well,
from the beginning?
I think the first thing he has a support system. He had a support system in his family, coming out as the Jackson 5, of course, with his parents and his siblings, and then as his career grew, he basically, of course, got a real huge fan base, because the Jackson 5 was just coming out the gate, just really, really dope. I mean, whatever machine Motown had,
Mhm.
it really flourished for the Jackson 5, and so that's basically one of the things artists need to have. They need to have that support system behind them, and if they don't have that support system, they have to figure out how to get a machine behind them to move them forward.
Right. So I'm an artist.
Hmm.
What is it that I need to be successful?
Well, there's a couple of things you need to be successful. As an artist, you need to hone your skills as an artist. Whether you're a singer, whether you're a musician, whether you are behind the mixing board, whatever you're doing, you have to hone into your skill set, and don't take it lightly, because I think what I saw yesterday, really sparked something in our conversation tonight, when when my brother said, "This is not a hobby.
Oh my God.
This is a lifestyle."
Yes.
This
That
is not a
that
hobby.
that right there. That
So
right there.
you gotta treat it like this means everything to you. I mean, you're not gonna go into a profession thinking it's a hobby. You want to go into
That's
it
right.
trying to get all you can get out of it and learn as much as you can out of it. So don't go into this thinking, all right, I'm gonna just do this a couple of years and get out of here.
Right.
Is that really why you got into it?
Right. Right. And I mean, if you just stop and just listen to that, just listen to what you're saying. It's like you're going to treat something that you have put a lot of time in.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to treat that less than your 9 to 5. Like, it's like, I don't look, with my singing, you spend way more time than just a 9 to 5.
You spend a lot of time on your craft.
Yeah.
and you gotta understand that as an artist. I mean, you a lot of time, money, and treasure go into what you do. So basically, um, if you really want to take this seriously, whether you're a gospel artist, whether you're just a regular artist or whatever, you want to go into it knowing that you trying to get a return on your investment.
Investment. Mm, mm.
You want to get a return on your investment. So if you back it up to God, God wants a return on His investment in you. So it's reciprocal. It's reciprocal. You want to give it back, and it goes this way: to God to you, you back to God.
Now, okay, all right. I'm getting ready to throw something at you, but I know people would say, "Who are you to tell me that I don't have a relationship with God?" Some of us, we don't have relationship. If we
Hmm.
if we just, let's put out all the beans on the table, or whatever you call it, fire, whatever,
Hmm.
popcorn, whatever you want to put on the table. We just don't have that relationship. If we want to be honest,
Hmm.
I don't know. Does it start with me having a relationship? Like, I know, like, you have to go when you go to platforms to sing. Where does it start?
Well, basically, if you're just an artist and you haven't given your life to Christ, then of course you don't have that relationship.
That's right.
So basically, if you are a singer and you haven't given your life to Christ, so you're basically trying to get as much training as possible to get to a certain level. But if you are in the gospel, if you are ministering to the people through your music, then you must have a relationship with Christ in order to sing the words that you speak about.
Mm. Yeah, because you cannot be throwing it at the audience and you not.
No, no, no. People
Oh,
know if you authentic about
oh, they do.
your ministry. People
Oh, they
people
do.
will know
Hmm.
if you being on milk or
Hmm.
on meat.
Oh, that's true. Look, it's just like us receiving music in our inbox.
Hmm.
We can hear that.
We can
We
hear the
can hear,
quality. We can hear
yeah,
the
we can,
quality.
and we can hear if you singing in the shower, or we can, or we can hear if you really sincere about it. And let
Yes.
me tell you something. Look, I by no means, I'm just gonna put that on the platform. I by no means think that I am a perfect singer.
Hmm.
I don't.
I by no means think I'm a perfect radio announcer, but
Mm,
I will tell you this: I will do my level best to make sure that I hit a mark to where I'm gonna be fine with my Lord and
mm,
Savior. Because at the end of the day, what I play on my platform, I'm praying that it touches somebody to want to give their life to Christ,
that's right.
or it will help them through a situation or a crisis that they're going through, to say, you know what, that song right there allowed me to lay down what I'm thinking about right now and focus my energy on who Christ is in my life.
Okay. Well, you know what? Some people think that, if I put my single out there, I put it out there, and that's it. That's all for me. I don't need to do anything else with my music because that's all I need to do. But then we say, okay, wait a minute. Somebody told me that my music needs to be promoted. Like, I really need to stay out there? Like, I really need to be in the face of people? How does that work?
Well, here's what I would say to that. Yes, you have put out some music. Congratulations. You have put something out. But should it stop there? It shouldn't stop there, because basically you want to get the music out to the masses. That's why you
Mhm.
put music out. So in order to do that, you got to make sure you do what you need to do to get the music out, whether it's hiring a promoter, or you going back to the old school, going in and putting your music out and selling it out your trunk, or giving it put it on CDs and selling it on the street or whatever. But somehow, some way, you got to get the music out. So nowadays, they have distribution channels. They have ways that you can, get your music out through Spotify, through different platforms and things of that nature, and of course, radio. But like I said earlier, radio works so funny, so that you can't get it on major radio,
Mhm.
but you can get it on college radio. You can get it on public access radio. You can get it on internet radio stations. So all radio matters.
Mhm.
So when people say they want to get it out, you got to get it out somehow,
Right.
some way. So whatever way that is,
That's right.
just get it out.
I know.
Just get it out.
Some artists think that, let me just sit right here. But
Yes.
there's so much more to being an artist.
There's
You
so
gotta,
much
it's
more.
like you have to, if you want to go, this is the thing, and that was the thing what I was talking about yesterday in my car when I did my live.
Mhm.
The thing about it is we're so like gun-ho about our area. Oh, if I stay right here in my area, I got this church right here, and I got that church over there. My mother went to that church. My dad went over here. My cousin. We do all of that. Is that all you want? You're not worldwide. They don't know you, boo.
No, that's the part they got to understand. And by the way, time out for letting grandma and your mom and the people in your hood say you doing cool, because basically they just being yes men to you. But the real rubber to the road is when you really get it out and you start ministering it or performing it, and you get in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it really tells the tale.
Mm-hmm.
And but again, you want to put your best foot forward when you're doing this.
That's
You
right.
you gotta do what it is necessary. I mean, if you have to go to school to learn music appreciation, you want to learn vocal instruction, how to basically put your voice out there, how to modulate, how to do so many
That's
different
right.
things in music. I mean, you gotta learn your craft. You gotta learn what you're doing, because basically, again, people will know if you're in the sincerity.
Mhm.
They will
You're right. You're right about that. Like having to perfect that craft, because luckily, thank God, I give my mother the kudos for that. Like she put me in vocal training for 15 years. That's what I'm saying. To be a singer is like so much more than what we're looking at on social media.
Yeah.
It's so much. What did they do? They taught me how to perform in front of an audience. Some of us,
Right.
when we get in front of an audience, we like, nah. That's enough. I'm not doing that.
Yes.
But again, how bad do you want it? How do you want to do it? Like, what do you want from your life?
That's the question that the artists have to ask themselves, is how much do I want this, and what are the proper ways of doing this, and getting hooked up with the right people that will tell you
Mhm.
what is what, and not just say, oh, that sounds so good, you're gonna blow up.
Mhm.
The thing about this is, you got to get people in your corner that's going to be honest and sincere with you,
Mhm.
because when you have those kind of people, then you can really gauge
Mhm.
where you really at, instead of saying, man, you're going to blow up so much,
Mhm.
you're going to win a Grammy, you're going to do this, you're going to be number one on the charts and everything. But it's like, yo, please, people in the business, be honest with these artists. Be honest with them. I know everybody out there trying to get money and things of that nature, but if you're really trying to help the artists,
Mhm.
be honest with them when you get them under your wing.
It's hard, Leo, being honest to people. They wanna hear what they grandmama done told them for like since I've been. I'm serious. When you be honest, then they're like, she don't like me. She got something against me.
Hmm.
I don't know. How do
I
you
mean,
do it? How do you do it? How do you do it when
would
you
you
get?
rather tell would you rather a friend of yours tell you that your vocals sound so good when you know you're not really arrived at your vocals?
Yeah,
Would
but
you?
some people be knowing that they sound good. Look, I look. You can't tell me nothing. I sound like this, and that's what they've been telling me since I was like, "Yay, bag." So who are you to come into my life? Look, I'm just telling
Yeah,
you, and I'm
yeah,
dead. So you see my face? I'm dead serious.
yeah.
Put me on. Let me look. Look, can somebody please rate me and get me an award for this Spin Awards? Like I'm the bomb. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, this business has really chewed up people and spit them out a lot because basically it's that thing that they tell you that you're the bomb, but you're not.
Mm,
They tell you that you're gonna sell 1 million records and don't make not even 1,000 or even 100 records sold or whatever. So you got, like I said, you got to get around people that's going to be very transparent with you and really tell you that this is going to be a journey for you. It's going to be a journey for you. It's not. This is not a sprint.
that's
This is
right.
this is a marathon. So you got to work through this. You're gonna have peaks and valleys, and then you're gonna have ups, and then you're gonna have downs. At some point, you're gonna hit a straight road, and that's when you start to level out as an artist. But you don't want to stop there. You want to keep building on what you're building on.
Mhm. And do you think, because I do think, that some of us are chasing the wrong things?
Yes. To be realistic with you, I want to say this very sincerely. Um, you're not gonna blow up automatically as an artist. Um, because first and foremost, if you're just coming out, you don't have a fan base yet. So you got to develop a fan base. So when people say you're going to get on the charts right away, unless you have money coming out of you, you're not gonna blow up like that. I mean, some people may, congratulations to them, but realistically, again, this is a journey. You're gonna have plateaued periods where you're not gonna get no airplay, and then you're gonna get a lot of airplay. So it's one of those things that you gotta be patient with your artistic thing as far as an artist. Even as a producer, you may not get that right singer that you want from the outset, because again, you got to work your craft, and then a lot of it comes with being blessed and being in the right place at the right time at the
That's
right
right.
situation.
That's right.
So things happen in certain ways, but again, artists, you got to make yourselves available too. You got to invest in yourself.
Mm.
You gotta do the things that's going to help you in the long run.
And the competition. Mm, mm.
There's competition in everything, my sister. There's competition in everything, whether we want to believe it or not. There's competition in being the top artist of all time, the top gospel artist of all time. There's in basketball, in baseball, in football. You're
True.
always trying to work yourself to be the best.
Mm.
You're always working, trying to be the best. And
Mhm.
so, again, if you're trying to do this as a not as a hobby but as a
Right.
profession,
Right. That
you're gonna
that's so deep.
you're gonna have to work at it.
Yeah,
And like anything else, you gotta practice.
that's
You
right.
gotta condition yourself. And if you're a gospel artist, you gotta also be in the word in order
Right.
to really put forth the right material out to the people. Because you if we call ourselves Christian artists or gospel artists, there should never be a writer's block.
Mhm.
There's so much in the word that we can sing about or we can perform about.
What can my promoter do that I can't do? Because I'm just a bad singer. So can you tell me?
Say that again.
What can my promoter do that I can't do in my music? Because I'm such a bad singer. This is how we think sometimes. We really do. We're a good singer. I'm just like, why do I need to pay a promoter?
Oh Lord. Well, first of all, if you're not ready to get your music out there, don't even talk to a promoter. It's just like if you're not ready to retain a lawyer or an accountant or something like that, don't go to them yet until you're really ready. Because
Mhm.
basically you got to know they cost money.
That's right.
And some of the people cost a lot of money based on how long they've been in the business.
Mhm.
So basically, the first thing you should do as an artist is to hit the ground running yourself. Hit the ground running yourself
Mm.
because basically, if you start yourself, people will start to recognize that you mean business about what you're doing. Um, if you're depending on everybody to do it for you,
Mm.
uh-oh, red flag. Because basically it starts with you. It
It does.
starts with you as an artist to get your music out.
Mhm.
You as the artist got to do your own homework
Mhm.
to make sure your music
Mhm.
gets out there.
Mhm.
If you don't do your own homework, then you're going to get into a place where other people are going to dictate to you
Mm.
what you should do with your music. You don't want to get into that situation
And
because
no one has that passion but you because that's your music.
correct.
I'm telling you.
So you don't want to get into a situation where the promoter, where the
Right.
record label,
That's right.
or whoever is working with you is going to tell you what
Mm.
to do with your music. I mean, the only people that can really tell you what to really do with your music is probably the producer because they're trying to get the best out of you for
Mm.
that particular track. You may be singing it a certain way, but the producer, if they have a great ear, they're looking for a certain sound that's going to take that song to the next level.
Mm. That's
So
right.
if you just stay constant and thinking you're singing what you're supposed to be singing, you could be, but that's why a trained producer, a trained songwriter can say, "Hey, listen, I like what you did there, but if you do it this way, it's going to sound much better." But some people will not tell you the truth and say, "Man, you got the bomb song. Let's
Yeah.
put this out right now. Let's put it out today."
Yeah.
And really, the process of putting a song out doesn't happen that quickly. It doesn't happen that quickly
Yeah.
because there's so many things that you end up missing that cause people like us as radio people to not have the right information for your record or whatever. So it's like demos back in the day, we played demos. We played people's cassettes and CDs when it came out. But nowadays, when you put out a record, you want to make sure that when you put out a record, everything is in place. Everything. When you leave that studio, you want to make sure everything is in place. And everything meaning your ISRC number is encoded.
That's right.
Your cover art is encoded. All your everybody that worked on it is there. And basically just make sure when you leave that studio that you paid a whole bunch of money for to make sure everything's ready to go. And then also make sure you have a budget for everything, not just the studio. Make sure you have a budget for everything.
That's right.
For promotion, marketing, performance, everything. Make sure you have a budget for everything.
Yeah, and you know, Dallas, Tony D is on the line, and he made a comment, and he said that if you are, you know, doing this for a living, you're gonna have to get a job, you know, and you kind of sort of take.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna just go to the spot. No, it does not. So, okay, Leo. So, give me an average. How long would it take me to get to the top? Come on, let's go.
Okay, I like Tony D's comment. That was very profound, because actually, to be really realistic with you right now, there are a lot of people working 9 to 5s that are artists right now. So it's realistic that you have to have other income to make this thing happen. You have to definitely make sure that you are investing into yourself, because nobody is going to do your music better than you. Nobody's going to invest in your music unless you do it.
That's right.
So
Because you know, I feel you got the passion for this. Like, this is you. Let's say you are my promoter. Look, you can't like that. Look, that's
I
love.
can't out promote the artist. I can't out promote the artist.
Right.
I should not out promote the artist.
No,
The artist should out promote me.
you. Because there's a passion that I have for my music.
Right.
If I have been, and again, here we go. Some of us don't even like to be on social media. We got a problem with the social media thing.
Well,
just
social
don't
media
wanna be seen.
is one tool. Social media is one tool that you can get things out to the masses,
Yeah,
but just don't focus on social media.
that's true.
Get out there in these streets and let people know that you have a project.
And connect,
I mean,
Leo, you know?
whatever you got to do. Lord have mercy. There is this industry is more about networking more than the art itself.
Yep.
To tell you the truth, is more about networking than actually the art itself. So if you don't get out in these streets and do what you need to do as an artist, you're going to be stuck in the studio. You're going to be stuck in these places where you're not getting things done because you're not networking with people. If you want to do festivals, you want to do concerts, you want to do churches, you got to go out to see these people to get in these platforms.
Right. I mean, just for me, sometimes I get frustrated. Sometimes you have people that is big, they basically like, Leisha, like, send me all of this music. Like, just send it to me all of it. But we're not understanding. Do you understand that some of these people, you know what I do? I'm sitting on the couch or I'm eating, because I never eat in peace, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm scrolling and I'm finding artists that I can inbox to network, to make the connection. And then they come and they go, can you give me their music?
Elise, you're doing what you need to do. You're doing what you need to do. I mean, when I came in as a radio person, I had no idea about gospel music. You know what I did? I went and found an industry source book for gospel, and I went to every possible label that was in that industry source book and said, I am a new gospel radio station. Can you please send me music? Some people didn't, some people did. People that did, I have good relationships with them.
Yep.
And I play their music.
Mhm.
The thing with me is, when I say I'm gonna play your music, I'm going to play your music. But what I'm asking from the artist
Mm.
is, when I play your music, share the platform,
Platform.
share where the music is being played at.
Right.
And so every artist that's listening or tuning into your thing, it's reciprocal with radio to artists
Mhm.
and radio to labels and things of that nature. We are here to help push your platform. We're not obligated.
Mm.
We're not obligated. Again, we're not obligated to play your music. This is our platform. We choose to play whatever we want to play. But what I do want to say is, if you as an artist really want to invest in, and it doesn't have to be money. It really
Right.
doesn't have to be money either.
That's right.
If you want to invest in your neighborhood radio station, show up and say, I'm doing this, that, and the other, and not looking for anything in return.
Right.
I just want to support.
Right.
I just want to support.
Well, you know what? Since you hit that, this is my thing.
Hmm.
I think some of us, before we even get the single, we should be trying to network.
We should.
Yeah, because what's going on is, when we get our single, now we all up in your face.
Not good.
Talk about that.
Not good. Not good. Because basically, there's a couple of promoters on here that I have to give kudos to. Tony D would be one. Jason Nation would be another. That basically creates what do you call a relationship
Mhm.
with us as radio DJs.
Mhm.
So basically, and we be honest with them.
Mhm.
We be honest with them. Be like, yo,
Mhm.
Tony, this is a great record. Tony, I'm not sure about this record. It's gonna have to grow on me.
Mhm.
Jason, this is a very good record. I don't know about this one, bro. I think they need to go back to the lab. Things of that nature. But you gotta be honest with them, because basically these people are out here paying for promotion, and they gotta be told that what they're putting out here is exactly what it is. Back in the day in hip hop, we told the artists that, yo, this song is dope.
Right.
Man, you gotta take this back to the lab with that crap, yo.
Right.
We ain't
I
trying to hear
remember
that.
that. Like, I
And-
literally remember even the Sandman and Apollo. You know, that's why I
Right.
always go back.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I get music, I'm like talking to my boys, and I'm like, guess what? This one
Yeah.
gotta go back to the Apollo.
So basically, that's why we had what
That's
is
right.
called the golden age of hip hop. That is why we had the golden age of gospel music, because people were not just putting up with anybody's music because it wasn't good enough. People were being very transparent about, yo, this is good music. Well, man, you got to go back to the lab with that, babe. I ain't trying to hear that. No, my man told me this is great music. I don't know what to tell you, but this ain't working with us.
Can that process start earlier?
Yes, it can.
Okay.
Yes, it can. And it should start at the very beginning of the process. Not when the record is already out. Not when the record has already made legs and is running. It should make that. You should have, the promoter or a person should have a couple of people in his camp to go to and say, "Yo, I have this record that I'm trying to put out. Tell me what you think of this and give me your honest opinion." Because basically, I'm about to invest a lot of money into this.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me if this record is good enough. Please tell me if it's not good enough, and tell me what I need to do to make it where it needs to be.
That's
You
right.
got to have those people in your camp. You gotta build your camp up to the point where you're gonna win.
Right. Network. Jason Nations made a comment and he says, make sure that we are creating as singers radio edit. That's the next thing. We having like music coming through that's 5 minutes. like can you help? Some music I wanted to last longer. Some music I'm like, can you stop it?
Well, I mean, some people, I don't want to get on the artist too hard, but
Right.
basically, you want to make sure again you putting your best foot forward. Don't go to your album and pick something that's not going to introduce you well. Okay, if you have a team of people, and you trying to put out your best record off the album, or the best record that you have in your collection of songs, put your best foot forward. Put something out that's going to talk to the people right away, and then come with something else once you have proven yourself as an artist. Then when people hear your next record, they're going to take a listen to it.
Yeah, someone told me that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right, Leo. Well, you know what? Thank you. Look,
I just
look,
went.
that's a lot of knowledge, y'all. If y'all didn't get anything, I don't know what's wrong, but
Yeah.
that's a lot. Okay.
I don't mean to put so much out there, but it's one of those things, Alicia, when you're on your thing talking about the artist, I feel for them sometimes, but they got to know what they're getting into as an artist.
Mhm.
This thing, like I said, is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not a sprint. It's just not a 50-yard dash, a 100-yard dash. It's not a 200.
Mhm.
It's you're gonna have to work at this and really work at it to the point where this is part of your lifestyle.
Mhm.
And basically, if you're a gospel artist, it should be simultaneously with the Word of God
Mm.
and with what you're trying to do as a musician or an artist. So, with that being said, I pray everybody got something out of this.
Yeah, I do too. Like,
And
guys, leave your questions. If you have any questions, I know that I was talking about before when we were talking about workshops.
mhm.
How can we find workshops for singers?
Well, the first thing you need to do is, as an artist, if you're signed up with certain organizations like BMI, ASCAP,
Mhm.
you're with SAGMA, you're like with all these organizations, they have workshops, they have seminars, and especially if you're going to any of these award shows. Oh my God, I just hit something.
Yeah, you did, because I was like,
Go
well, that's like another
to-
hour.
Go to go to the award show, but definitely come days before and go to the workshops. Don't go just to the party.
Mhm.
Go and learn something about what you're doing, and then go party or whatever you're gonna do. But definitely go to the workshops, because that's when you're gonna meet the artists, you're gonna meet the executives, you're gonna meet the radio stations, you're gonna meet everybody that you need to meet with. You're not gonna meet with everybody in the award show, because it's all about the award show at that point.
Right,
But if
that's
you go
right.
to the workshops and you go to the seminars, before the award shows and everything, that's when you get to network.
Yeah. And that sometimes could be from like Thursday on to Saturday. Like that's huge, really starting that from Friday.
Again,
Yeah.
if you really want this,
True.
you
You're
gotta
right.
invest
You're
into
right.
it.
How bad do you want it?
How bad do you want this as an artist? And how much do you want to invest
Mm.
in what you're doing?
And
So
your craft or hobby, right? No.
yeah. So basically,
Your
if you-
career.
if you wanted a return on your investment, you got to put in the work. And I'm going to leave it right there.
That's it. All right, y'all. So we're going to thank Mr. Leo Brown. We thank him. Please go follow him. Beacon of Light Gospel Radio, please. What is that? What is your website? Tell them how we can
Oh,
find
it's Beacon of
.com, what is
Light.
it?
It's Beacon of Light Gospel.net. Beacon
Okay.
of Light Gospelradio.net. And if anybody wants to email me, it's beaconoflightgospel@gmail.com. And if anybody wants to, book me for any seminars or anything like that, they can email me as well.
That's right. Right. Because I'm telling you, Leo is he gives it to you the way it is. He don't be playing. He don't
Hey,
be playing.
I'd rather be real with you than to sugarcoat it.
Y'all think I'm bad.
I've been taught by the best. I've been taught by the best, and they told me if you're gonna tell somebody, tell them the God's honest truth,
Mhm.
because they will respect you from that standpoint. Tell them the God's honest truth.
That's
Don't
true.
sugarcoat it.
Well, as artists, we should be at that level. Everybody's grown, that we should, want to know. Sometimes when I don't get anything's wrong, I'm like, please just be honest. I'm like asking again, because you want to hear the wrong. When you get to that level that you want to hear the wrong, then you want to grow.
Yeah. I mean, you're as an artist or anybody that's doing anything in this business, you're not going to have your time on at the top all the time. You gotta work your way up to that, and it's going to be where you fall on your butt, or
That's
you
right.
make major mistakes or minor mistakes, but those mistakes are going to help you get to the next level.
That's right.
And you gotta learn and humble yourself from those mistakes. Be humble in the process. Be humble in what people tell you. If I can't say anything else to you, be able to take real criticism, because basically you can't have the good with the bad.
Mhm.
You're gonna have both at some point in your career. But hopefully you have a lot more good than bad. But you gotta learn from the bad, or learn from your mistakes.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Leo. Love
You're
you much.
welcome.
Thanks so much for coming in and giving us all of that knowledge. And we will stay in contact and have you on another day.
All right, anytime.
All right. God
Thank
bless
you for
and your
having me.
ministry.
My Jersey sister.
Ooh, when you from New York, you cool with me. You cool with me. You don't have to be New
Brick
Jersey.
City, so you know.
And I went to high school there. I told you I went to arts in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm a Shabazz Bulldog, so you already know.
Right, you are. That is so cool. I never knew. Like when we were talking, and I said, "What? Why you didn't tell me? I didn't know."
Hey, we got a lot to catch up on, sis.
That's right. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming on here. Thank you so much, Leo.
Without question. God bless everybody that's tuned in.
Thank
I
you.
pray that what I said helped you, or enhanced what you're already doing. But please don't charge it to my head. Charge it to my heart. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Leo. Enjoy your night.
God bless you all.
God bless you.
Explore real relationships and paths to grow. Oh.
Yeah, chop it up with Alicia. The queen. This is the podcast you know you're gonna need, hun. Chop it up with Alicia J today. She's dropping them nuggets and stuff you really wanna say on relationships and situationships. Married or single, and even if you wanna mingle. Chop it up with Alicia. Chop it up, the queen. Today. Yeah.
Discuss hot topics and let your knowledge flow.
The queen. Let's chop it up.
Entertainment and yes, influence. Every conversation is the connect that makes.
Let's chop it up.
All right, thank you guys. That's the end of the podcast. But thank you so much for coming. And that, I didn't even tell you, that theme music right there was by Christian Sounds Entertainment Media Group. Hey, I said that right. Yeah, Tony D is probably not in the house right now, but if you want some theme music, just go right over. Oh, that's a good commercial. Go and follow him and bug him and tell him, say, Queen Alicia told me that you could do some good theme music. Yeah, that was, and I was singing that with him because we did a collaboration. So absolutely fabulous. And I love it. I love that. I love it. So, you know, you got to make things yours. So that is what I did. I made the podcast mine because, you know, I got to have some music. But I would like to thank everyone, for real, everyone here. I see you. I see you, Kim Marsh. I see you, Jeffrey Clark. I see you, Juliet Jackson. I see you, Jaya Boo. I think that's how you say your name. I'm sorry. And I see you, Monique came up in here. It's hard, to be honest with you, to try to edit your comments out. So I'm trying to do everything at once. So if you say, why is she not putting the comments up? That's the reason why, but it don't mean nothing because I still love y'all. All right. Gia Boo. Yeah, Gia Boo. Oh, I like that. Jason Nation. I did see you. Tony D. I did see you. Hey. Julius Carson was in the house. Gary Lamont Bellinger. He is an artist too. You guys, I tell y'all what to do. When you're on my platform, make sure you keep scrolling up. People that you don't know, make a connection. When me and Leo was explaining about how you guys go about and you connect, like I was explaining how I literally go on people's messenger. I found out who's an artist and I asked them. All I'm doing is cut and pasting what I need to say right into their messenger. That's it. Right? If I want to address them as, let's say if I was doing one for Juliet, right? I would go in, I would say, hello, right? This is Queen Alicia from WKKW Radio. I am interested in having, I might be saying it incorrectly, but you know, I am interested in having your music play on my station. That's all I say. Now, I could do a couple of things. If I really say, okay, I don't want to talk to the person, which that's not what you're here for. What you want to do is you want to network, right? So what you're going to do is, now I could sum that up by just giving them my email. I don't do that. I give them time to come back to me. So normally that's what they do. They'll come back to me, right? It's all, just think about it. So they come back to me and they say, oh, hi, how you doing? Right? So we're starting up a conversation. And then that's how it works. I take that message and I cut it out and I take it and post it. And let's say, who else is on here? Gary. Gary's another singer, right? I'll take that same message and I'll post it into Gary's messenger. It is what it is, right? And then I move on. Each day you should be doing this. This is how I got so much music. Well, I'm doing an artist there, right? do the artist. The artist is only going to send your information. Maybe they have a manager or whatever that sends out their music. Maybe it's not going to come from them, right? But we have to do that. Ontario, what's going on? Right? That's hi, Stephanie. How you doing? That's what you got to do every day. So literally, you need to write down a plan. What is my plan of action? How I'm going to execute. Okay. So while you thinking too, I'm thinking about my plan. Okay. Once I get my stuff out. Okay. What is your plan? Because your plan cannot totally be to hire a promoter and have him or her do every single thing that you want them to do. No, that's not the plan. Because while they are promoting you in, let's say, one way, we should be promoting ourselves as artists. Promoters are going to have loads of emails to send your music to radio stations that you are not going to have. But that does not mean that you cannot still network with people and make the connections. But no, instead, what you're doing is you chilling at home, eating popcorn, or you going out to the town with your friends and you chilling. But you are not investing in your career as an artist. So that's where we're at right now. Leo just said, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? So it's a lot of work being an artist, right? Some of us, we can survive it. But where does it start? It starts in your mind, your mindset. Get your mindset right. Okay? Get your mindset right. Accept criticism, like Leo just said. Be able to accept criticism. Before you put your music out, at least give it to at least 3 radio station personalities that you know are going to listen, and they're going to say, guess what? Nah. So you figure you have 3 radio personalities. If 2 of them say no, it's a no. But you have to ask them, what is it that they, maybe they want you to do the whole thing over. Don't get upset and be like, I paid my money. Who are you to tell me? Well, guess what's going to happen? Your music will sit there and not be sold. You want good music. And again, whatever you send out to people, that is who you will be to them. I'm going to say that again. Whatever you send out to people, that's who you will be to them. When they see you sending out more music, they're going to say, oh, their music just sounds like what it did in the beginning. I'm trying to tell you that that's what they do. So most likely, when they see your name come across their computer, they will not open it. It's just like me. I send music out. Like let's say if I had another radio station personality I sent music out to, they know when they see my name, oh, you know what? She has good music that she's sending me. It's the same thing about sending your music as an artist to a radio station. It's the same thing. When they see that name, they already done put you down for what you sounding like. I'm just telling y'all the truth. So literally, we have to sit down and we have to be honest with ourselves. I'm going to be honest. 2007, when I came out with my my CD, my single, right? I knew none of y'all. I knew none of social media. I don't even know. Was Facebook out in 2007? Was it MySpace? I was connected in MySpace. I think it was MySpace. I didn't know nobody. So back then, we were still getting CDs done, right? So back then, I got a lot of CDs done, like for real, y'all. I'm being honest. I'm going to flat out say it. I sold about $4,000 worth of CDs because I couldn't sell it online because I didn't know it was nothing back then. It was no, it probably was. When did, I don't even remember when Facebook or none of that came out. Okay. I don't even remember. But all I know is that I wasn't on anything like that in 2007. Okay. So right now till today, I have cases of CDs in my closet. I'm just telling you like it is. Because I did not know. I did not know. I wasn't connected. No, like, again, look, social media, I wasn't in. I wasn't even involved in social media in 2007. So what I'm saying to y'all is when you have platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, fan base, what else? I don't even know. You know, when you have all of these platforms, please, you need to take advantage of them. Don't just let them sit there. No, absolutely not. What you post over here on Facebook, you need to post in Instagram. Go make you an artist page in Instagram. Go make you an artist page in TikTok. Just do it. Why? Because do you understand? Social media is huge. Now, just like Leo said, don't let that be the only thing that you do to promote your music. Because once again, another avenue, you got to do your festivals. You have, now some people would say, well, how you do festivals? You got to get out there. You got to network. Summertime, I used to love singing in festivals, right? You got to do that. Your work is not finished. You have so much more to do. So much more. A lot of people that God wants you to see. By no means necessary is your work done. And guess what? You can do anything whatsoever through Christ, who's going to give you the strength to do it. But your mindset got to be right. Right? Your mindset. Now, if you have stuff to do, like right now, I got 2 places I got to move out of. And a lot of stuff, life be lifing. All right? Life be lifing, and that's what it do. Hey, Vontae. Life be lifing, and that's all it do. Okay? But guess what? The whole year not going to be like this for me. So you got to make these decisions. And you have to recognize that God has gifted you with this. How are you going to manage this gift? He did not give this gift to you just to sit at home and do local stuff. Absolutely not. He gave you this gift to spread your gift. Yes, you. Don't be like, oh, well, it's okay. They got singers over there. No. Don't you understand if you go to somebody else's platform and you go to somebody else's state or whatever like that, do you understand how doors can open for you? Please don't keep it local. Ask God to open it up. He's going to open it up for you, right? He has to show you other things because right now, Some of y'all head can't even cope with it. You can't even see yourself singing with stars sing. You can't. And again, oh gosh, I wish I had my pastor on. If you can't see this happening, then it's not gonna happen for you. But you first, like my pastor's been talking about, you first have to see it. If you can't see yourself going on these platforms that Kirk Franklin have been on. Look, as a little small, I was like 10 years old, 13, let's say 13. I had the opportunity at my voice school to go sing at Symphony Hall in Newark, New Jersey. Go look that up. Go look up Symphony Hall in Newark, New Jersey. It's a huge hall. Huge. Everybody, Queen Latifah done been on that stage. But once again, I sung there 2 years with my voice school. Some of y'all can't, your head is not there. God wants you to think bigger, much bigger. He wants you to think like above and beyond the box, like for real. That's what he's saying right now. Can you just think of how big I am? Can you just think of where I can take you? Not where money can take you, where I can take you. That's what God wants you to look at. He wants you to look at him and what he's going to do for you. Some of us can't. We just can't handle it. I'm ready to go there. I'm ready to go where God wants me to go. I mean, I got to move and do some things. But once again, things happen when it's not even convenient for you to. Woof. There's some doors that's been absolutely opening for me. And I got too much stuff to do right now. For real. But are you ready? Are you ready for where God is going to take you? Are you ready? If you're ready, then act like it. But best to believe, if you need my support, I'm here. And I will help you as long as you have good music. If you don't have good music, I don't know what to tell y'all. So I'm going to go. But Jeffrey Clark needs music. Jeffrey, put your link down there. Put your link down there, Jeffrey. I don't know if Jeffrey's still there. Y'all email me if you have music that you want to send to Jeffrey. You can actually go on my page and you'll see where Jeffrey has a flyer up there. I put a flyer up there for Jeffrey. So all you got to do is just go and connect with him. All right. Talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Thank you so much for listening to Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia. I appreciate y'all. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
Chopping it up with Queen Alicia, where every word is clear and true. From deep talks and open dialogue, join the conversation. Explore real relationships and pass the growth.
Yeah, chop it up with Alicia. the queen. This is the podcast you know you're gonna need, hun. Chop it up with Alicia J today. She's dropping them nuggets, the stuff you really wanna say on relationships and situationships. Married or single, and even if you wanna mingle. Chop it up with Alicia, the queen today. Yeah.
Discuss hot topics and let your knowledge flow.
The queen. Let's chop it up.
Entertainment and yes and no miss. Every conversation is a good connect that makes.
Let's chop it up.